Okay. Cool. Killing me here. Okay, let's keep making our way through Mack here. So again, siding is to my right on the north side of the grade. One passing track and then an additional track, and you saw that on the map. It's almost 2 o'clock. Holy moly, this hike's taken forever. I'm not going to get home until like 4:30, 5 o'clock. It's like a 2-hour drive home. More. Good thing my wife's out of town. Boys will be waiting for me to make supper. So telegraph pole down there. Again, some telegraph poles here and there on this section. Is that a partridge up on the grade? A ruffled grouse. Yep. It's doing the strut as it's heading off the grade here. He's starting to go. There he is. I don't know if you can see him on the camera. Their camouflage is just fantastic. Okay, so here we've got another little piece of private property here on the north side of the grade, but we'll take a look at this because we got a couple of things here. So you'll notice we have a length of rail right here. So there's a chunk of rail. I don't know if there's any markings on it. Who knows, it's probably been sitting upright like that for a long time. So there's that one. And then there's another piece right here. Right there. I don't want to get too far in here. There's a piece of rail. There's that old car in there. My God, how old is that car? That's like a 1950s car. I can't see what type it is from here. Okay. Like in the hottest part of the day here. So around about here somewhere is where the siding at sorry, I keep saying Larson. The siding at Mack here comes to an end. There's another cabin down there. Another camp. Or maybe the siding comes to an end up here. I've got something marked on my map here, on my GPS. Yeah, maybe this is where the siding comes to an end here, because you can see this bumped out area starts to come in. So maybe this is the end right here of the siding. Okay. Let's zip you ahead because we do have a feature coming up here. We got a telegraph pole that has some signage on it. Don't know the name of this lake. It just says lake on my GPS. Oh, so here you can see a telegraph pole and you can see the pattern. I think I made a little video this morning to show you. You can see the two aqua colored CD 145s in the middle. And then on the outsides, usually you get the clear Dominion 42. Sometimes those inside two Dominion, the CD 145s are cleared Dominion 42s, but Usually that's the pattern. Sometimes the Dominion 42s are actually Whitehall Tatum. I'm not a collector. I don't have the foggiest clue about telegraph poles, so I'm just kind of going off what I kind of learn a little bit here and there. Now, we do have, speaking of telegraph poles, the next pole is right here. And don't ask me how I saw this, but basically the pole is down there and we actually have a sign on it. It's a 30 car marker. And so I went down this morning and I got a close-up of it. So again, it says 30 car on that. And what that's an indication of, again, I didn't know this until last year when I saw one further to the east, thanks to the internet for help. I put it up on my Facebook page. If you don't follow me on Facebook, follow me on Facebook and Instagram. Links are in the description. So basically what those are car markers. So in the days before radios, what they would do is they would mark up to a certain number. I don't know what the number was, but I'm guessing every 10 car lengths, they used to put a sign on the pole so that the train crews knew how many car lengths they were out of the siding. So basically 10, 20, 30, 40, 50. There's one that's going to be 120 coming up ahead. And again, that would let them know how far out they were. So say, for example, you had a 50 car train. Once you hit the 50 marker, you knew that you were 50 car lengths out. So you were out of the siding. So now you could start accelerating, you know, because there's a speed restriction in the siding. So let's hold up here for a second. We do a battery check and then we'll get rolling again. Yeah, we're going. Just relax. There we go. All right, here we go again. We've got a bridge crossing coming up. Another trestle, 5 of 6. Oh, my knees are starting to get sore. Everything's starting to seize up a little bit. Just met a nice gentleman there. We had a nice little chit chat. There's a cabin here he said his grandfather built, and he's been coming out here forever, since he was born. Where's all those clouds? I guess they're coming. It's gonna cloud over here momentarily. Oh! So again, another nice little upland area. You can see all the jack pines and birch. Turned out to be an okay day to record. I was kind of very upset this morning because I didn't think the video would turn out, because all of this shadow and contrast and everything. It's not too bad. Maybe it's worse in the fall time because the sun is lower on the horizon and you get more shadows. The sun doesn't come up as high. So here you can see the crossing coming up. See if there's anything to see here. I'm pretty sure we do have another telegraph pole coming up with a sign on it. Hopefully I didn't miss it. I don't think I did, because that was just 30. We got to go to 120. All right, so we're coming up to this crossing here. So this is the East Firesteel River. So let's hold up here for a second and then we'll cross the bridge.